Hello, it is Diane's Blue Hearts and Butterflies. I wanted to also share what the people that came to my stamp group in November were able to receive was a gift bag that I made with the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper. There are so many papers to choose from, and they were really very pretty, and they have so many coordinating colors. So I made a variety of bags that I was able to give them. I wanted them to be able to have something to take all of their projects that we made and be able to take them home in a bag that would hold all of the 3D items and everything. And I wanted to share this with people on my blog and with you so that you could try to share this or use this to give gifts to other people. And on the front, I used a part of a die cuts from the So Many Snowflakes. This is from the Snowflake Splendor Suite, and the stamps and the dies are just, there's so many, and there's so many great stamp messages, sentiments, and a lot of stamps. This one has a die that actually will cut kind of a window, and I didn't want to throw away the pieces because I was using that die to create some tags for the outside, and so I wanted to use that, but I didn't want to throw away the piece on the inside, so I actually saved those, and I used those as labels on the front of my bag. So I wanted to share how to put this together. I got the idea from Jenny Moores in the UK. She shared how to do this, and it just uses a single sheet of the Designer Series paper along with some cardstock and ribbon, and then the rest of it's just embellishments. So what you do is you put this into the your trimmer or on a scoreboard, and you're going to score a line at 5 inches and 7 inches. Then you're going to turn it just one turn. It can be either clockwise or counterclockwise. It's just one turn. Then you're going to score a line at 3 inches and 9 inches. And basically you're going to fold all of these and burnish your edges, and then when you get the 3 and the 9 folded together, you're going to leave this part together like this, and then the rest of it is going to be some hand folding. Basically this is the 5 and the 7 inch score lines on each side, and you're going to take the outer edge of that 5 inch score line. I used my fingernail to kind of hold where the other end of this touches the folded line, and then I pulled this back so that this score line matches up with this score line and folded line, and then I just used my finger and made the crease there. You can use your bone folder later. And then I did the exact same thing on the 7 inch score line. I again used my fingernail, kind of put it there, folded this over, and came to this side. And you're going to repeat that on each of the sides with the 5 inch and the 7 inch score lines, and you're going to want to bring that out to meet the edge of the folded line. And then you just push that in. Now you're going to want to use your glue runner to adhere this. Now, just to be clear so that you don't glue the wrong pieces, because you don't want any glue right in this area, but you want it on the back side so that this will adhere to this piece. So I started with these triangles here and just put some glue runner along the edges of those. And then I was able to fold that back up. You want to make sure that you line your outside edges together. And again, you fold that this way, and you'll do it again. And then you'll need, again, this edge. You may want to go ahead and put all of your adhesive on it before you actually put it together. It's a little bit harder once you get it done, folded on one side. But I'm going to have to do this because I've already got it started. This needs to be folded in. There we go. Now it is going to fold there. And then I need to put some glue on this one. Again, I would encourage you to put the glue on these triangles on the outside first before you put it together. I'm going to do some tear and tape. A lot easier now that I've got it this way. Put that there. You for sure want it on the outside edges that are going to be adhering so that they don't pull up. Get that backing piece off. It's been a few days since I've put these together, so I had forgotten how I had done that. So the other parts that you're going to want to adhere are these pieces, the 3 and the 9-inch, and I'm just going to put some glue dots actually, because I'm going to be bringing the cardstock pieces over. So I'm going to put this down where the fold line is, as well as that. So you've got where the diagonal fold line meets, so I'm putting them there right now at those two places. Normally, I think when I was doing it, I actually glued those down first and then did the other pieces. So there's that. Finish this up real quick. And then the other pieces that you're going to need is a 2 pieces of coordinating cardstock, and those are 6 inches by 2.5 inches. You're going to also need some die cut snowflakes, and then your label, however you want your label to be done. And it could be, you know, other labels that you cut out. Alright, so there's that part is done, is the main bag. Then your 6-inch by 2.5-inch pieces, you're going to score them in portrait at 1.25 inches to create this center fold. But before you fold it over, I just used a regular old hole punch that I had on hand. You're going to want it to be big enough to get your ribbon through, and I just kind of pushed it all the way in and lined it up, and then punched the hole, one on each side, and did that to both pieces. And then you're going to use a lot of tear and tape, because this one is going to be getting some wear and tear, and it's going to have to hold the ribbon in place as well. And so I just put tear and tape on both sides of that score line. I'm just going to do the one right now. And then I take the backing piece off of just one side. And then you're going to use your ribbon. I happen to have some white ribbon that I had laying around that I just wanted to use. So I folded that up and went this side that's facing out. I just kind of went in through that side and came into the center piece. And you're going to want to make sure that it lays flat. So you're going to put your ribbon where it lays into that tear and tape. Keep that flat, and then you're going to run your other end into the other side and pull that through, making sure to keep that straight. And then again, you're going to lay this down into that tear and tape. And just to be on the safe side, I went ahead and on mine added another little piece of tear and tape across the ribbon, just so that it gave it a little bit of extra hold. And then pulled that backing piece off there. And I just started with one side. So this was to become the front side. And so I just laid that down, and then I placed the top part of the bag up to that folded score line. You want to make sure that the sides are even, because they are supposed to line up there. And then you just push that on. Then you'll remove your backing pieces from your tear and tape on this side and just fold that over. And that creates kind of a topper, and it holds everything together for that. And then you'll do the same thing with this other side. And then once you're done, what I did was took some little pieces of die cuts, and this one I did use the Tombow glue to decide to adhere these, because I just wanted bits and pieces. I didn't want it all the way to the center, and I just wanted to make sure that it would adhere on the pieces that were going to be touching the label. So I added those and glued them down, and then I did the next one. Decide kind of where you want it and how much it's going to be showing. Add some glue, and then I glued that on. And you can just pick all kinds of the coordinating colors that go with the paper, and you can use any kind of paper, and it doesn't have to be, you know, the Snowflake Splendor. You can actually do this with any kind of designer series paper and create any kind of gift bag. And then I took some dimensionals and popped that up on the back. I wanted to make sure it didn't go in the middle, so I just added that. Alright, and then I just stuck that to the front of the bag. Looks like I got a piece of glue there. Okay, so that creates a little gift bag, and I wanted them to be able to place all of the cards and the little snowflake ornament that they made and be able to take that away with them. I also created for them a little gift for coming, saying thank you. And it is a little votive candle. And this is using the stamp set, and I stamped onto white tissue paper, and then I cut the images and sentiment out. I placed it on the candle, and then I used the heat tool to kind of melt that candle into this. This was a small candle, so it did take some creativity to hold that. I did use the piercing tool to help make sure to push that down. And then I also used my silicone craft sheet underneath so that when I got it in there, I did roll it across there to try to keep it smooth on the front of the candle. And so I just worked my way around and added the snowflakes. And so they got to take home a cute little candle as well from the class. And I just thought that I would share that with you in case you would like to make some of these items to give as gifts to other people. I hope you enjoyed this. The dimensions, again, are on my blog at dianesblueheartsandbutterflies.com. I hope that you will come back and look at other videos that I put out there. And if you would like, you can subscribe and click the bell, and it'll actually let you know when I post a new video. Again, this is Diane with Diane's Blue Hearts and Butterflies, and thank you for joining me.